Factory Outlet Shoe Store in Phoenix. Factory Outlet Shoe Store. Check it.
Hello there, everyone. Who are you?
Welcome to Silent Hill.
Oh, shit. Oh, you scared me there.
Hello, friend. I come from beyond the grave.
So, like...
Across the street.
Wow, that's pretty far.
I know.
How'd you walk that far?
I crossed one street. Very perilous. In fact, I was alive before I crossed the street. It didn't work out. So I was sent to the grave. Then I had to cross the street again, this time much more safe because of my incorporeal form.
Spoopy!
Hey, what's up? I'm Holly.
She's this person that I've known for like half a decade.
What up with it? Yo, so we're playing Silent Hill. The series is absolutely my jam. The demo's playing behind us. And it's given us some crucial backstory, but I don't think we're gonna let it play again since it's like demo, like 2 minutes, intro movie, like 3 minutes, etc.
So hello, no one who's watching. Hopefully some people will flock in.
Well, in retrospect, you know, if there's like, oh, the stream's over, I missed it, let's watch it again. I'm talking to you. I know you missed it.
You're very, bleachy.
Well, I'm gonna be watching this again, so mostly I'm gonna be talking to myself.
You gotta work on that, sunburn. It's very orange. Low energy.
It's casting. Yeah, so here we are. Okay, we can load, continue, start, or options.
All are very menacing. Yo, Jonah Marks, how you doing?
Hello.
Bro.
Okay, so I already beat the game. So what I'm gonna do...
Look at you. We're doing a new game plus.
New game plus. I don't know what the differences are. There should be a new game minus.
Start you off with 1 HP.
Yeah, you start out worse than you start the game out with. Like, all your stats are 0. Maybe you can, like, with each level you get 1 point so you can allocate them. It's like, oh god, do I want 1 defense?
Oh, he's good.
I'm glad.
This is Holly, as far as you know.
Next sphere. Finish loading. Oh man, alright, so Phil's actually lying to you. What's happening is that I'm playing this off my PS3, and he's calling it a PS1, because it's originally for the PS1.
Listen, semantics aren't important, Holly. Semantics are not important. Some man tits are not important.
Oh!
What quotation?
Wait a minute. Okay, earlier Phil asked me, oh, Holly.
But he's,
Uh-oh, we missed something. It skipped the tutorial.
Uh-oh. Well...
The tutorial's important. You know what? That's actually a game changer. Let me,
Holly, I'm trying to comment on this gripping story, but now I can't, because...
Was I dreaming?
No, maybe.
Here, let me,
Oh. I thought you were doing their cheat code there for a second.
Oh.
Back, forward, and then the tank drops out of the sky.
These tank controls...
You literally get in a tank. Let me teach you, LOL.
Exit. No, not the menu. Can I exit back to the screen from the game, or do I have to do it through the PS3 itself?
I literally have to go like this. So I can, like, half see.
Nope, it looks like I'll have to. Alright, bear with me for a moment, because I feel like the tutorial, it's not really a tutorial, it's more like, I don't even know why they skip it, but it's an important aspect of the game I'd like you guys to see, especially if this is your first time. By the way, spoilers! I'm going to be talking about other parts of the game, I'm going to be talking about other games in the series, so if you're interested in Silent Hill, experience it as you like, whether as a Let's Play or...
You've created a monster, because nobody wants to see Marshall no more.
So, yeah, anyway, there's that. Yeah, just hold on to your horses. There are violent and disturbing images in this game. You missed most of it, because honestly, I think, oh, this is subjective. Right, look, like, are you afraid of hospitals and hospital imagery? Are you afraid of dogs? Are you afraid of industry?
Depends on the industry.
Are you afraid of cops? I don't know.
Depends on the cop.
Oh, wait, it's playing the intro. Alright, so, old-timey picture.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, yeah, we find a bundle of joy in the woods. Yeah, let's keep her, says Harry Mason. And
yeah, that always works well.
And then, wait, who's this little girl?
I thought it was really staticky for a second, but it's just snowing.
Oh, no.
I'm awake.
I'm awake now.
I'm late for school.
I'm a handsome man.
Oh.
I'm under a table.
I don't think this game is appropriate for my virgin eyes.
This is not your good Christian video game, despite that altar she was just at.
Is it a good atheist video game?
I'd say it's actually pretty neutral on that end. Maybe like...
fuck. I can't, it has to have a very strong religious opinion. Otherwise I can't play it or watch it be played.
Do you want... Alright, endgame spoilers, literally. Alright, so there's 2 versions of the ending boss of this game.
Jewish.
No, you're supposed to put the 2 parentheses over it. It's a solidarity thing. It used to be an anti-Semitic thing, but then people are reclaiming it, so it's more So it's like, fuck you, Nazis. Anyway, here's my girl Sybil Bennett. She's rad as hell. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's 2 versions of the final boss. There's multiple endings in this game. And half of the endings, you get this like goat-legged, breasted, devil-winged goat thing. Like,
is this a silent
Bahamut.
Is this a silent demo?
Nope.
Oh.
There's supposed to be sound. You guys hearing sound?
No. I'm not.
Well,
Snuggie!
HD game audio seems to be.
Yeah, well, I'm not hearing anything, so.
Well, anyway.
Continue what you're saying.
There's that ending. Then the other half of the endings, you have this like angelic figure. She's a woman with long black hair and a white shawl. And she's still the final boss. You have to kill her. As you can imagine, that boss battle is the bad ending, and then the devil one, when you kill Satan-looking thing, that's the good endings. I'm sensing a motif for the video. So that's interesting. No, I forget how to get the different endings. So
it's silent because of Silent Hill. Thank you, Snuggie. Snuggie is, she said no game audio. Snuggie is the biggest fan.
Shoutouts to Snuggie95 then. Like,
also there was a great when Holly and when you and I tried to do that thing we did that one time. No, when Dana and I tried to build the Labo, Dana just like was hitting on Snuggie the whole time.
Oh.
Anyway,
alright, so I'm gonna start a completely new game. Easy, normal, hard.
Jonah's actually pretty good too. He monitors my Discord, because I don't know what Discord is because I'm old.
I don't have a Discord either.
I have it because they told me to get one. They meaning the fans.
I don't like to socialize, I found out. Especially online.
Okay, fine, bye.
Alright, so I'm gonna go...
Disappears into the void.
Normal.
Is it in quotations?
Yes.
You bent my cardboard. You cardboarded my bed. Snuggie says it's nice to finally meet you.
Alright, so our hero wakes up from nasty hangover.
He played too much
he misplaced his child.
From playing too much football.
Yeah, so the opening's important because it's the beginning of the game. You see our leading players, our persona dramatis, and you see why Harry crashes. Imagine if you just like started the game and you're like, screw that, okay, cool, just get to the plot. And it's like, why did Harry crash? Because
it would be an NES game.
a woman crossed the street and he didn't want to hit her. So Cheryl, where could you be?
There's still no.
I'm cold.
Damn it!
It's quiet. Too quiet. This place is like a ghost town. There's actually no voice. The game usually has voice acting, but this part, and kind of like infamously, doesn't have any. Cheryl. That's the name of his little girl, of his daughter. So it's gonna take me 1.5 years to get used to these tank controls. So please bear with me. Ooh! Oh, I can look. Oh, what's over there? Okay. Look.
He misplaced the baby. It's actually hard.
Footsteps. I guess there's footsteps. We didn't hear them.
Nope. I don't hear anything. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, so in the early 2000s, there was a movie released, Silent Hill, and it's not half bad. It's just very not even very different. Just the setup. Cheryl? Is that Cheryl? Alright, so I'm jumping all over the place. Before I get to the movie, let me kind of establish really quickly who we're dealing with. Harry Mason.
Tony, you're going crazy with those quotation marks.
Hey, wait. Stop.
Are we about to be myrtleized?
Myrtleated, actually. So, in the game guide, Harry is established as a novelist. He is...
you know what? I'm proud of him.
He is a mild-mannered man. His wife died recently, and his daughter and himself were going on vacation. And then this shit happened.
Wholesome. Oh, not wholesome.
Not the opposite, dare I say.
Unwholesome?
Very unwholesome.
Yeah, I think they're just not going to be able to hear the game. I think that's unfortunate, but...
That's a shame, because the soundtrack is banging. Not in, like, a melodic sense, but in the sense of, like...
Pots and pans.
Like I was gonna say Akira Toriyama. That's not right. Akira Yokohama? I forget his last name. That's a sin. But no, he can just like bang some industrial pipes and it'll be like, like it's just so good. But you're not losing too much, especially at the beginning here.
I forgot to tell you, Caitlin, by the way, that I have end cards now in my videos where I dance. So that means you'll have to dance.
Beware of dogs. I can live with that.
I can live with that. I bang because the soundtrack fucks.
Oh no.
Did I see your tweet?
More like dog beware, am I right?
Viewer beware, you're in for a Silent Hill.
Oh man, tank controls never let me down.
I got a bogey or something on my... No, I didn't. I'll see it right now. Maybe.
NTM. Yeah, so Harry's a really cool guy. He just has his ducks in a row. You feel me?
Yeah, Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I played that last year. That's why I have vague ideas of what's going on, even though I'm not even watching the screen.
That's strange. It's getting darker.
I mean, that's kind of what happens as time progresses. Oh, actually,
Better
he's
than
underground.
nothing, I guess. He's not underground.
Or he's in a building.
Nope,
Oh,
he's just in an alleyway. Up.
what is that?
It's a bloody wheelchair.
I mean...
With the wheels spinning.
You know, sometimes you just have a little accident.
And it's raining. And someone left their gurney here.
I mean, you know...
Oh no.
Sometimes you have an emergency when you're trying to transport the patient to the hospital. You just gotta go.
Through this alleyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
apparently you
nothing has
miss
to-
all this in New Game Plus. But it's important.
Da-da-da-da.
Okay, more blood. Cool. Oh,
Gotta get out of here.
Cool.
Blood,
Cheryl?
blood.
Oh, fuck.
That's bloody.
What is this? I don't know, dude.
What's going on here? I don't know.
You know, I know. Ah! No.
I'm uncomfortably aroused right now.
No. Okay, secret. I hate these enemies so much. They scare the bejesus out of me.
They're like biting you in the crotch.
No, they're stabbing me with their knives. So in the European version, they're actually edited out to different versions of the enemy. They're still the same size, but they're ethereal, I guess, to make them look less like kids with flesh. So yeah, here's Harry.
Again.
He's super mild-mannered,
Oh.
he's nice, and here's my girl Sybil Bennett, the only good cop. But she has her shit together, as you will see in this cutscene.
Well, depends on your mood. Your mood specifically.
Which is sadness and confusion. Was I dreaming?
How do you feel? One of us.
Also, another thing is that the voice acting in this game is half decent, so this is a shame.
Now they get to hear us instead.
Like I've been run over by a truck. Oh, never
Don't
mind.
steal my line.
Glad to hear it.
God damn it, Holly.
You from around here? Why don't you tell me what happened?
Okay, one of us is reading one, one's reading the other.
Alright, I'll be Sybil.
Wait a second. I'm just a tourist. Tourist. I came here for vacation.
For VKK.
I don't know what happened.
I'd like to find out myself.
Uh-huh. I wasn't sure. Have you seen a little girl? Just turned 7 last month. Short black hair. My daughter.
Sorry. The only person I've seen in this town is you.
Aw. How romantic. Where is everybody?
I'd tell you if I knew, believe me. But from what I can tell, something bizarre is going on.
Bizarre.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's all I know. How bizarre.
What's your name? Or is that your line?
Oh, what's your name? You're Harry.
Harry Mason.
Sybil Bennett. Baddest bitch in town. And that's not because I'm the only bitch. I'm a police officer from Brahms, next town over. The phones are all dead. And the radio, too.
Only one radio.
I'm going back to call in some reinforcements.
Uh-oh.
What a good idea!
Yeah, we never saw her again. Oof.
Hold it. Where do you think you're going?
Bye. My daughter. I gotta find her.
Okay, with your tucked-in sweater vest? No way. It's dangerous out there.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Gives him a
In that
sword.
case... Oh.
In that case, I need to find her now. Cheryl's my little girl. I can't just leave her out there by herself. By herself, damn it.
Have you got it done?
Maybe. No.
Take this, and hope you don't have to use it. It's a Desert Eagle.
Just pulled out like
Now
a fucking
listen to me.
shotgun out of her pants. Here you go.
Before you pull the trigger, know who you're shooting.
Oof. That's,
Good gun safety, and don't do it unless you have to. Good, the only good cop! And don't go blasting me by mistake.
You should play Life is Strange.
Got it?
You ever play that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, thanks.
You do best to stay nearby. I'll be back with help as quick as I can. Number 1 badass, Sybil Bennett. Okay, now I'm alone. Step, step. Okay. Step, okay. Step, step. Or, Take it back now, y'all. Walks forward. Wait. 1 hop this time. 1 foot less stop. Left foot less stop.
I don't think 1 hop entails the
Free.
camera rotating around.
Trying to find the gun
Freeze,
button.
I don't have the map.
Cha-cha real smooth.
And this is Holly, everyone, easily entertained.
Oh, that's the truth. Okay, how do I shoot the gun?
You don't.
I have to equip it. Equipped. Okay, cool. I have 15.
Harry's model looks a little rough sometimes. He looks a little emaciated. Is that on purpose? Or is that just that?
No, it's just
The
trying
PS1.
to, like, him being rugged. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I'm not even on screen. Holy shit.
Okay. Alright, now to...
I can look over here.
Pinball machine. Nothing unusual.
Cha-ding, cha-ding, cha-ding.
Health drink. For manly men like Harry Mason. This is a flashlight. Map.
This is a flashlight. Sure about that?
This is a residential area map. So the cool thing about this is that each street name is after an American author. So that's cool. Like Bradbury Street is at the bottom there.
The fuck?
I saw something move in the back.
I didn't even.
Oh, damn it. I hate that. I saw it. Okay, when you watch it again, you'll see the movement in the back.
Clearly I wasn't paying enough attention because you just scared the shit out of me.
Sorry. I got scared the shit out of me. Someday, someone may experience these bizarre events. Hopefully, they will find my notes useful.
Ominous.
Ah! Cafe. Okay.
I'll have deep fried. Ah!
Okay. There we go. Oh wait, another health drink. We want that. Oh yeah, so the movie. So yeah, Harry's a mild-mannered guy, and he has this priority of finding his daughter. Well, the producers thought that was too feminine, so they changed Harry's character into a woman, Rose De Silva. You know, there's the initial problem with that. Why can't a guy just want to find his kid? Madam, like, that's bullshit, right? All right. And then second of all, the producers then said, oh no, all the other main characters are women. There's too much women in this movie. So they turned Harry's character into Sean Bean, who is the husband of Rose De Silva. and then they just intersperse scenes with him throughout the movie, and it adds to nothing. You can edit all his scenes out, and you get the same plot. So they just kind of so I take issue with that, but otherwise it's like a fun movie.
Tell us how you really feel.
It's quite bollocks, I think, at least that part. But the actual ending product is it's fine. It's a fun movie.
Definitely has cool effects in it.
Cool effects. They take the soundtrack straight from the games. Now, like, people will say, like, oh, why is Pyramid in it? That's not that's not a relevant monster in the first plot. But it's fan service. Like, oh, hey, I know that character, because why wouldn't they? You know, it's a big mainstay.
That reaction was funny. Which one?
A radio, is it broken? I can't hear anything. Just like you guys. Oh, I know. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
You see, we did this on purpose because it's
Sorry.
Silent Hill. That's
Sorry.
what Snuggy said before.
Okay, now it's doing the radio static thing. Meaning, some bullshit's about to happen. Huh?
Some bullshit.
Radio. What's going on with that radio? Stop right there, radio.
Shoots it. She got scared out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's the thing I saw in the corner. Shoot.
Snuggy's laughing at you.
Die, 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 die.
Is it dead?
Yes.
Good.
Wait, no, I have to stomp it. This is not a dream. What's happening to this place?
That's a good question that I don't know the answer to.
Excuse me? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Please get out of our establishment.
Sir? No socks, no shoes, no service. I'm glad tank controls don't exist anymore. There, I said it. Funny thing is, I'm not really a fan of much horror things. I think because I approach Silent Hill more like a literary matter, so...
Literary horror.
Literally, I think this is happening. Literally, I think of controlling a man in central Pennsylvania.
And you're just dooming him.
He's gonna die so often. Where could Cheryl have gone? I guess I'll check that alley again. Okay. Alright, there's the cafe and there's that alley.
Finny.
Okay, so...
Finny money. $50 Finny money.
So I want to go this way. Making my way downtown, running fast. Monsters pass and I'm homebound. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
I'm singing in the
Do-do-do-do-do.
fog.
So this is a console limitation where they're like, oh, we can't load in the whole area at once, so put in the fog so it like gives it a buffer moment, and it became super effective.
Ooh.
Woo! No. Mm-mm.
High flying pterodactyl thing.
I'm gonna disregard you. So here's the thing about survival horror. This game pretty much not requires, but encourages you to run away. Conserve your air ammo. Use it when you think is best or when you're in a really tight spot.
Has anyone ever done no ammo runs of Silent Hill?
I don't think that's possible because there are boss battles. Well, but there are melee weapons. So
I imagine just beating the bosses with only melee weapons would be pretty difficult.
Uh-oh, he's not looking... He's breathing heavily. So what does that mean? It means he's yellow, not green, but I'm gonna save that for a bit longer. Suck it up, Harry. So I like to... So there's several games in the series. There's the Japanese ones, the first 4. I'm not gonna really count Origins, and honestly, I don't even know where that falls on the Japanese-American split. I think it's Japanese, but don't quote me on that. So there's Silent Hill Under the Influence of the Cult, and then there's Silent Hill OG, which I think is, the standard, and that's what we see in Silent Hill 2. where there is mention of the cult, but you never see them, which most people would prefer, hence the game's kind of legendary status. Not because, like, oh, I like this game because there's no cult, but more so that it doesn't pretend that anything is causing this except the psychological damage of our main character, James. To school. Is this Cheryl's sketchbook? She's at the school. Midwich Elementary.
Sandwich.
Dead Witch. Ooh.
Dead Witch Sandwich. No, I've never played any of the Prince of Persia, Sands of Time games.
Sketch cover book. This picture. It's me. It looks exactly like me, with my eyes 3 inches off my skull.
Did you really just say that?
Yeah?
Yeah, spitting like this.
The first picture that Cheryl drew in the sketchbook, on the sketchbook, that I gave her on her 5th birthday.
She took the sketchbook and scraped it against another sketchbook.
Like bits of paper forming. It's a steel pipe. I actually think I'm gonna transfer to the steel pipe. So, cool thing about this game is that there's no breakable weapons. In Silent Hill 4, that's introduced because they kind of try to...
What are your thoughts on Silent Hill 4?
Experimental. The rumor has it that it wasn't supposed to be a Silent Hill game.
I like the premise, and I've seen a review of it, and the guy was very positive about it.
What I like about it is the main character. Who you play as isn't the main character. He's just the viewpoint which he's seeing the story. We play as Henry Townsend, and he's a super boring guy. Whatever. But the real main character is Walter. And he is a serial killer who has come back from the dead and wants to complete some business. But he's, we're experiencing his Silent Hill. We're seeing his monsters, his issues, more or less. It's a bit looser than that, not so much symbolic of any issues he has, but some of them are, I suppose. Oh no, I realize I don't know how to attack with the
Yeah, that sounds like it'll be train. Unfortunate.
Oh, okay, I learned how to Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna switch back to the gun. Okay, actually, first things first, let me heal, because I don't think I'm doing well. Yeah, back in the day, you had to go to a separate screen to see your health. Okay. Fourth. Okay, okay. Yay!
Holly will just entertain you here for a second while I try to figure this out again, because I'm starting to annoy me.
Okay, in terms of symbolism, right now, if you want to, like, okay, we're in what I would call Cheryl's Silent Hill. We are seeing her fears become manifest. And I think that's interesting because she's a 7-year-old girl. What's she afraid of? She's afraid of dogs. Later we'll see, I guess, bats she's afraid of. She's afraid of hospitals. I just think that's a neato thing. Because usually Silent Hill, it's like, oh, you're the protagonist's deep-seated secrets of your... No, this is... Poor girl, this is her Silent Hill. Not that it's like a tie to any sin, because that's another misconception. Basically, rule of thumb, mostly whatever came in Silent Hill 1 happened once. Alright, so actually I want to go in the other direction. I'm going to be checking the map a lot, since it can be disorienting, especially if the fog, but that's the point. My controller's pulsing, so I want to see how my health is. Oh, red, that's why.
Oh, I thought it was just excited. The controller.
Let's see. I would say my favorite Silent Hill is the third one. Our main character, Heather Mason, is the fucking best, and she's the realest teenager ever written in a video game, in my opinion. A lot of people cite Ellie from Left 4 Dead. Is it Left 4 Dead? No, that's the Valve game.
Dead Rising?
Last of Us.
Oh.
Ellie from The Last of Us. There we go. Too many L zombie games. So, but she's not really like... She's written as someone you'd want to have your back in an action video game, more than a teenage girl. Although, I mean, it's pretty close, but I think another thing is like, oh, who do you want to like to have around you for 30 hours or something? Which is fine. But I like Heather because she's like a real 17-year-old where she's like, she's bitchy and she's bratty and she's angry. She's super angry all the time and I love it. And largely hers is a revenge story, which we don't often get to see ladies do in games, let alone a teenage girl. But honestly, who better? She's fucking brutal and I love her. And also she's stupid sometimes, which I also enjoy.
Like us fallible humans.
Absolutely. And the cast of characters is great. It's just really cool. Up, 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 up. What do we got?
Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. I don't know.
This seems important. Doghouse, 11th Street. Okay.
Your suggestions are appreciated, Snows, and yeah, looks like you're the only one here right now.
No, I'm not paying attention to the chat so much because I'm playing the video game.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it for you.
Okay. It's not letting me pick up these pieces of paper. They could just be like quarterly reports or something, I guess. Okay.
Do you think maybe the PS3 turned the sound off for some reason?
I wouldn't think so.
Alright.
Oh, I forgot to see what I wanted to see. 11th Street. Oh, okay.
So, what are you... You're just going to trying to find your daughter. There's no, like, other objective.
Right now, yes. And right now he thinks that she's at the school.
Oh, okay.
But I can't get to the school because it's telling me to go to it might be, because all the roads are destroyed. So right now it's telling me to find a dog house on 11th Street.
Looks like there's a black line on the right side of the screen where the game is. What?
Ooh, there is a house key hidden in the dog house. Sweet. I'm gonna assume it's... No, thank you. I'm in the running away school of playing games. Use the house key. Thanks. Yay! Oh, okay.
What do you mean, Snuggy? Your comment confuses me.
Oh, and I have no health drinks left. Okay. Ooh. Well then... Oh, what do you know? I won't use that quite yet. I don't know how many... I don't know the number of hits Harry can take. It's locked. Okay, there's another tradition in this game. Locked doors and broken locks.
'Tis confusion.
But, usually when a Silent Hill game says a door is locked, there's not a key for it.
Mm-hmm. Another, memory limitation or whatever. Have a bunch of locked doors so it seems bigger.
Yeah, and you want to make the spaces look realistic instead of just like, oh, it's secretly just a hallway.
Oh, I think I see what she means. Yeah, I think that's the green screen. Oh, I broke our illusion, but whatever.
Oh no, not the lore.
The lore.
Don't break the lore. Papa? Papa, may I please have some lore? Lore?
I really thought you were about to do
lore?
I really thought you were about to do a Johnny, and I was about to be like, no, Holly.
I haven't seen... I've seen the memes, but I haven't seen the actual...
Yo, Flaming Sun! Horror game, huh? Yeah, it is the 3rd of Halloween. Yeah, it was just a line from the green screen.
Okay, now he is back to handsome health.
Yes, how are you today, Flaming Sun? How you do?
Okay. Wait a minute. There are 3 locks. Can I steal this map? Keys for Eclipse. Something written on the map hanging on the wall. copied it to the map. Awesome. Let's see what that looks like. Well, he didn't write Keys of the Eclipse, so let's
Useless.
see. So I think I don't know what that red line means.
Blamey said you say everyone like there are a lot of people here besides you and Snuggy. It's you, Snuggy, me, and Holly.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna avoid dogs.
Woof, woof, bark. Woof, bark, I'm a dog. I said woof, bark, I'm a dog.
Okay. Run away. Run away from monsters. Another thing about the movie I like. It establishes that what is snowing is actually ash. I think that's aesthetically pleasing. Because right now it's straight up supposed to be snow. Which is creepy in and of itself, but thinking that it's ash adds a little something.
Is it supposed to, in like the game, is Silent Hill supposed to be like on a mountain or something? That would explain why it's snowing, or is it just like the middle of winter?
It's unclear. Silent Hill is a resort town, so when Harry says, "Oh, we're going on vacation," my instinct is to say summer, but
could be a winter retreat.
Yeah, like the Poconos or something. It is by a lake. There's no mention of mountains, but Lake Toluca is a big part of Silent Hill.
Where's Silent Hill supposed to be, by the way? Is there a specific like state?
It's in America.
Right. It has that small town kind of vibe, Americana.
More so, it's very reminiscent of an abandoned or like a abandoned mining town, like one where like the industry went away. It's based off of a Pennsylvania town called Centralia, where there was a coal fire. There was a coal fire in a coal mine that raged forever because it was in a coal mine, and actually went out recently. But people are still not supposed to live in the town because it could collapse in. But some people do.
They just got those cosmically large balls.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't want to move after the evacuation.
So how accurate is the actual plot of the movie to the game?
The movie likes to focus a lot more on the cult side of things, where it's definitely a feature in the game. There's so much more of an active presence in the movie, it's a bit distracting. Like, there's crowd scenes in the movie. There aren't supposed to be any crowds in Silent Hill.
Right.
So I think they get that, I would argue, pretty fundamentally wrong. But they got Dahlia right.
So who's your friend? This is Holly. I met her in college in freshman year, so I've known
Howdy.
her for like 6 million years.
It's an accurate number. Actually, he's rounding down.
Yeah, so this is Holly. She's pretty cool. She knows a lot about Silent Hill.
Fucking love Silent Hill.
What's worse Silent Hill in your opinion?
What?
You had to pick worst Silent Hill.
Okay, actually,
Game, I mean.
I haven't talked about the American games too much.
Let's start with a positive note, okay? Let's start with positive things.
Okay.
What's your favorite American Silent Hill?
I would say no, that's a fucking lie. I just shut up. Homecoming. I love I don't. That's a strong word, love, but I like it because it's baby's first symbolism. Like, it's so like, forget nuance. It's basically as like bare bones. It's like, I have to pause the game. Okay. If a first grader teacher asked the class to make a Silent Hill game, Homecoming is what it would get. Like, okay, children, let's do symbolism today. We have a character who was buried alive, and it's mentioned he likes plants. What should his monster have? Vines? Good! Anyone else?
Is it really
Jimmy.
that bad?
Dirt. Good. Okay, let's draw that. And that's your boss. And one has boss battles too. So the American games get so hung up on the concept of the twist that Silent Hill 2 had. And they just try to jam it, but like, there's no nuance. It's not earned.
What's the one that starts with a guy in prison? Is that Downpour?
That's Downpour. Downpour sucks. I hate Downpour, but it's better than Book of Memories. But
I remembered because that same guy I mentioned before who did the review of whatever, he did one like he went through all the Silent Hills, and I personally thought that was a good twist, or I thought that worked decently well. I forget what it was now. So I guess it wasn't that good.
Suck. The monster design stuck. Once again, it could have been a good game. It's just not a good Silent Hill game.
From everything, no, he said the game sucked, but I'm talking about like the story, like
no, the characters don't really add up to any. It's just like, why are you there? We don't care. Like, you're not interesting. Like, the crux of the issue could have been applied better, but in terms of delivery and just a Silent Hill game, it failed.
Didn't it also ship with like a bunch of bugs?
Probably. I don't know about that.
That's what I heard.
But Homecoming, it's bare bones, basic ass, just...
So is Downpour the worst?
There's another one called Book of Memories, and I think that one's actually Japanese, but that's one is like a roguelike game.
Oh.
So...
Ouch.
That's pretty funny.
And how does Shattered Memories fall on your Silent Hill?
Yay! I forgot about this part. I'm glad I accidentally
You found that key.
Yay! No, give me. Oh, I thought the game crashed. La 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 la, leave me alone, you cannot catch me, you freaking bird crow.
The last time was a pterodactyl. The silent P.
Oh, I'm supposed to go across the... Okay. What was your question?
Shattered Memories.
Oh, good story, a really good adaptation of this plot of the first Silent Hill game. Not a good Silent Hill game.
Some of the puzzles are very obtuse. They're very hard to figure out.
Once again, the monster design stink. I like what they do with them, where it's like they're ever evolving depending on the psych evaluation. But
my biggest problem is running away from the monsters is like one of the worst parts of the game.
Yeah.
Because once they jump you have to flail with the Wii remote and the nunchuck, which never gets detected. So you just have to not get caught. And that's easier said than done. Because you have to just keep running away from them. And like, you're like, okay, where do I go now?
Where do I go now?
And second of all, there's like this one puzzle where you're in like in the school and you're like in an observatory or whatever. Or like, the constellation room. On stream, that was where I stopped, because I couldn't figure out what to do. I just kept looking up at it and like moving the constellations around, and I was just like, that's it.
Yeah, it's a good reimagining of this game.
Twist is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I think that's what I thought was the coolest about it when I first played it, was just like the story and everything.
Yeah.
But the gameplay is kind of garbage. Kind of. One of my favorite parts though is where you're in the wheelchair. That's pretty cool. Just from like going like this, the Wii remote, I thought that was pretty fun.
Okay, I can't remember if there's a key in this alleyway. I feel like there is, because... Oh, isn't it by a, I'm looking at the trash cans, but I think it's actually under a garage. Anyway, that's why I'm running up and down this alleyway. I do have a game guide open, and I might ask Phil to scroll through that soon, but until then, let's just chill. My controller's pulsing again.
Chill, 'cause it's cold.
How's my health? No, because I'm looking at the map, so I wouldn't know.
What, maps don't tell you your health?
Okay, I'm like medium. No, that's my own blood.
Is the health system not exactly, like, very exact? It's just kind of like green, yellow, red, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you can get hit like 2 more times.
Exactly.
Out of breath.
No. Don't touch me, bird. Bird, I swear to God.
So, how do you feel about Dance Dance Revolution, the movie, or as I like to call it, Step Up 5, or however many step ups they've made?
That is. What was it? The tagline is just like, in a world gone mad, dancing will save us all. I bet you it's going to be something like Ready Player One, except with Dance Dance Revolution instead of Sweet Rigs. That? No, but I listened to a podcast called 372 Pages We'll Never Get Back, where they read Ready Player One.
Oh, you're talking about the
book?
Yeah.
And then they watched the movie and compared it and just like thoughts and feelings on it.
Did they? I assumed they didn't like the book.
They're the two guys who created Riff Tracks, so you bet their ass they did not.
Did they? Was the movie any better or worse? About the same?
Pretty worse.
Oh, ouch.
Well, not pretty worse. That's unfair. More like, actually, give me a sec. I'm gonna switch to the gun because I can't aim with the pipe. They just made some choices that didn't make sense.
That kind of reminds me of that time I told you about this movie called One Missed Call, the Maike Japanese horror movie.
Yeah.
That isn't very good in the first place, and then they made the American version of it, and it's somehow even worse. Which is, like, kind of amazing, that you could take a movie that's already kind of bad and make it even worse.
Yeah.
Because, like, the original is stupid. The American version is stupid and boring. Which is like a lethal combination. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of wanted to see that. I thought it seemed...
It's, like, typical nerd boy saves the world because he's better than everyone else because he memorizes everything. And then he deserves the girl because he would bang her.
Seriously?
Yeah, just like, oh, I'm ugly. And she's like conventionally attractive. And he's like, yeah, but I would. And she goes, oh, really?
That's pretty wanky. It almost sounds very...
Because the whole thing's a 80s masturbation.
See, Snuggy. It almost sounds like a serious remake. Like, not as opposed to non-comedic of, what was that movie, Pixels?
Yeah.
I never saw it, but I hear it from the way you describe Ready Player One, it sounds very similar.
Yeah. It is.
It's like if you try to make Pixels, but seriously. Why are we on the menu now?
Because I died really hard.
That's unfortunate.
Actually, I wonder if I can change that auto load. Let's see what that does.
Auto load?
Yep. And I didn't save anytime soon.
Harley, you shouldn't access that part of the internet.
Well, actually, now that we did the... Let me actually load Next Sphere, because we did the important part. Basically, I just want to see what it looks like. I'm using you for my own...
Holly, you missed my joke, so I'm going to say it again. Auto load, you shouldn't go on that part of the internet.
I don't get the joke.
Like a load. Like an automatic.
Oh wait, I get it. But that reminds me of a joke. So when you're really horny after your shift and you take care of it after you get home, it's a workload.
Wouldn't it be more appropriate if you did it on your shift?
I was trying to be decent about it, but that's funnier.
What, do we get on your shift or off your shift?
Doing off
on and off and on and off and on and off. I haven't grown up at all since we were in college. I say it like it was so long ago. It was only 2 years ago.
What does New Game Plus get me?
Does it feel like we were in college?
Nothing? Gives me nothing?
Does it feel like we were in college a long time ago?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, there it is! Did you see it this time?
It's going already?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it. Wow, nice hair.
Thanks. I'm Harry Mason.
If you were to... Well, actually, wait, you're not good with actors. I was just saying, who would you have play Harry Mason in a movie if you were to put the yourself?
I would play Harry Mason. I haven't a single clue. Luckily, Harry. I mean, he's a pretty bland-looking guy, just like brown hair, white guy. Boom.
Did you ever see the Uncharted fan movie that they made?
Of Nathan Fillion?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I didn't see it, but
It was interesting. I mean, it was only like 20 minutes long, so couldn't really do that much harm.
couldn't really. No, I'm not Uncharted.
Yeah, I've never played it,
Not
but
interested.
it seemed like a fun little thing that they made for probably like not very much money because they felt like it.
It seems too Hollywood.
I mean, I watched it. It wasn't.
Oh no, I meant the game series itself.
Oh, I've never played it. The only thing I know about it, and that's from watching Yahtzee, is that he comes across as a douchebag.
Yeah, too Hollywood.
Nathan Drake, that is. Hey, fly, get the fuck out of here. Phil, there was no fly.
What a twist!
I'm actually, speaking of what a twist, I'm actually quite excited for Glass.
What? Oh, tell me about Glass.
So, about 20 years ago, 1990, no, like 2000, Shyamalan made a movie called Unbreakable.
Okay.
Which was basically about Bruce Willis finds out that he's a superhero. Like a real life superhero. Because he's in a train crash, and he's the only person who survives.
Ooh.
Literally every other person on the train is killed.
Unfortunate.
And so he like finds out about his powers and learns to become I'm gonna spoil the twist, but it also came out in 2000, so cover your ears if you don't want to hear the twist. Do you care, or are you gonna watch it at some point?
Oh, I don't care.
So basically, he meets this guy who's the complete opposite of him, who is he goes by Mr. Glass because he breaks his bones incredibly easily, and like he's kind of like that guy from SpongeBob, the glass bones and paper skin.
Okay, you know what? He's owning it, obviously.
But his theory, but he's kind of an evil, crazy person because his belief was that there had to be someone the opposite of him, so he staged the train crash at the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
But the whole movie, he's just set up as like this kind of slightly eccentric, but ultimately just harmless comic book nerd. But it turns out he was actually like a big evil person. So then last year, like 2 years ago, Split came out, which was about a guy who has like 16 different personalities. Mm-hmm. And at the very end, it's revealed that it's related. It's in the same universe as Unbreakable, but it was never marketed that way. It was just marketed as this movie.
Cool.
So then Glass is supposed to be like the conclusion of the trilogy. I don't know if I saw a trailer for it, but it's supposed to be kind of him finally squaring off against Mr. Glass.
Ooh.
Which shouldn't be that hard, but it probably will be, because he's pretty smart. But yeah, it's Shyamalan making a good movie again, which I'm always behind, because when properly restrained, Shyamalan can make a good movie. And not The Happening or Last Airbender.
I think about The Happening a lot.
The Happening isn't as bad as a lot of people said it is, but it is pretty stupid. There's
a difference between stupid and bad, I think.
It's not that good either. There's no twist, for one thing. It's disappointing on a very fundamental level. It's not my Shyamalan movie.
Just like... the concept is fun to play with, but it's...
The air is deadly?
Well, that plants want people to commit suicide.
See, when you say it out loud, it doesn't sound so...
No, I never thought it said I died again. I never said it was, like, cool, but it's an interesting concept.
That description fits a lot of game characters. Very bland, I think, is what he was referring to. I'll tell you, one of my favorite things...
What's your favorite thing?
Is a lot of times, when Shyamalan comes up in conversation, Signs comes up, which is the third movie he made, which...
I saw it.
You've seen Signs, right? It's a half-decent movie, except the ending, because the plot twist doesn't make sense. And every time I bring this up to people, they're like, It's a movie about aliens who come to a planet that is 75% water, where water falls from the sky, and they're allergic to water. How does that make any sense?
The best thing I could come up with was they didn't know it was water. Because at least with the War of the Worlds, they don't know about germs.
I mean, I guess, but at the end of the day...
I'm not justifying it, by the way. That's what I imagine someone could argue.
I mean, ultimately, though, like, if you're this highly technologically advanced alien race that's able to come to Earth, don't you think you'd know what water is? I mean, the rest of the movie before that is fine. The village is bad pretty much the whole time. It's boring for one thing.
I saw a joke, I think it was on 30 Rock or something, where it was like, I finally understand the ending of The Sixth Sense. The names at the end are the people who made the movies.
Oh. Yeah. Split was quite good, actually. It was a pretty good movie. That guy was crazy. James McAvery, or whatever his name is. The guy who played the guy with all the personalities. Mm-hmm. And it was a pretty out there sort of movie.
Where did it come from? Where did it go?
Where did you come from?
Harry Mason.
Harry Mason. I'm glad we both thought of the same punchline at the same time. I don't know. But yeah, I had wanted to see that one. But I guess I probably won't for a while. Ready Player One, I mean.
Oh.
It's just sort of bad. To be honest, a lot of recent Spielberg movies have been pretty bad.
It might be fun to look at.
Maybe.
Put it on mute, put on some subtitles.
See, that's the thing, like, Spielberg made a lot of bad movies, like, kind of in the middle of his career, and he also made a lot of bad movies, like, more recently. Maybe not really bad, but I don't know. I thought Lincoln wasn't very good, and I didn't see War Horse, because it was inherently a movie about a horse.
What was the Spy on a Bridge?
Spy on a Bridge? Bridge of Spies?
Yeah.
Spy on a Bridge?
Snakes on a plane, spies on a bridge. I like Bridge of Spies.
That was him?
Yeah.
Oh. Didn't see it.
It's decent.
I will still stand by The Terminal as being one of the best movies just ever. That's a great movie. With the guy Tom Hanks is the guy who's stuck in an airport because he's in another country.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. Especially because they literally took airplane hangars and they built an entire airport. That's just the greatest. I think that person won an Academy Award for that.
Good.
For some reason, I'm reminded of The Evil Within 2.
I like the Evil Within series.
There's only been like 2 of them, right?
Yeah. It's a series. One, then the other.
Yes, Holly, I understand how a series works.
Now, the concept of 2 is when there's 2 ones. Wait, no, okay,
Holly,
that's a fallacy because you can't use the word in the definition of itself. So how do I explain the concept of 2? When you have one thing, and then you have another one thing.
Holly, numbers are human fabrications.
They are.
Yeah. You don't talk to philosophy major about, or minor, whatever. I guess you can half talk to me about it since I'm a minor in it. You can only talk out of half your mouth.
Yeah, see.
I should have known. Well, there's a concept I could get into. I believe numbers are human creations, but the idea of like two-ness exists because you can have 2 things.
That tracks. Or like, because numbers is the language of the universe, as maybe Carl Sagan would say. It's just translation of, abstract concepts. I mean,
there's every real possibility we could have taken like a 3 and had that mean 2.
Yeah. Oh, no. Symbolism. Like, literal symbolism, what we assign things to.
But, like, 2-ness in the sense of, like, 1 thing, 2 thing.
Yeah. 3 thing, 4 thing.
That would exist if human beings didn't exist.
Absolutely.
Or at least, I mean, we're getting out of, like, solipsism where, like, we don't, we're not going to talk about, like, if humans didn't exist, would anything exist?
Yeah, if a tree falls down in a forest with no one around, does it make a sound? Yes, it does.
I remember the spirit that was stalking you in that game, the one who went, Sebastian.
Oh, his boyfriend. No, his other boyfriend.
No, his other boyfriend.
I want to say Rubric, but that's not right.
Ruvik.
Ruvik. There we go.
You know, like the thing you use to like get a good grade on your assignment.
Rubric. What a weird word, by the way.
Rubric?
Yeah.
What does it even mean?
I don't know. But, yeah.
Holly, one of us has to be the expert on entomology. It's not me.
Who the hell deals with the word rubric?
I don't know.
Students,
It probably came from a guy whose name was Rubric. Charles Xavier Rubric.
Okay, so that's actually the plot of The Evil Within. You meet Ruvik, and he creates rubrics, and you gotta defeat them.
Holly, that's ridiculous. You have to befriend them. Come on, get it right.
Oh.
It's befriend the rubrics.
Um.
I hope you realize we're gonna have to play this again when I can actually understand what the hell is going on.
This game?
Yeah, because I haven't seen anything.
Because I've been wandering around. Because
I've just been talking to you, and that's my view.
True.
It's half a screen, half of which is covered up by a contrast.
Oh? Yeah! Cube the Woodman, okay. Okay, we're getting someplace, folks.
Are we?
Viewers, hang on to your butts. Okay, so, watching this game was actually my first Let's Play. About 10 years ago by a guy named Lord Vega. He's no longer active, and he hasn't been active in about 5 years. Now, there's different eras of Let's Playing. At the beginning, you had your soloists, and it wasn't really until like Two Best Friends and Game Grumps did duos kind of become the norm. But there was like a guy named Capri Sun, and he would pretend that he was a ghost. Like, he would roleplay. He was like, oh, I'm a ghost that's on this adventure with the main character, and he would comment and talk to the characters as if he was part of the story. Then you have Snare Player, who did some JRPGs, and Lord Vega, and just like unique voices, unique energy. And lest I forget, our boy, Deceased Crab, who's actually returned. He's the guy who's accredited to, no, I'm saying that wrong.
Yeah,
he brought Let's Playing to YouTube. It used to be on the Let's Play archives, and then he brought it to YouTube with his playthrough of Cave Story back in the day, like when it first came out. And he's fucking back. He's doing a playthrough of La Mulana 2, and he was doing the Castlevania. The Bloodstained demo for a little bit. And he goes, huzzah! I'm Deceased Crab. Yeah, so Let's Play has.
There's us.
Yeah, now there's a long legacy to this though. Like look up the old-fashioned one. Now, mind you, this was like back. Okay, so old YouTube. I have no idea how old you guys are. So
say hi to Otter Gamer.
Hi, Otter Gamer. All right, so back in the day, you had unless you were, it wasn't called partnered back then, but unless you were authorized, you couldn't put anything more than 15 minutes on YouTube. So
yeah, I think you might have even been 10 at one point.
Yeah, so the segments would be in 10-minute parts.
I remember those days of YouTube.
And then I felt like I had something else to say on old-timey YouTube.
Wasn't Chugga Conroy kind of old?
I haven't heard of them.
Really? He was well known for his Pikmin streams.
Ooh.
I think there was a meme that came from that, or like whatever the old school version of a meme was.
There are still memes, but now meme has like just meant a joke on the internet, which isn't entirely correct, but language changes, so like that's what it means now.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Otter forgot you were going to be here, even though I announced it multiple times.
Hello.
Yeah, he's a good fan.
He's a good nugget.
Yeah, he's on the Discord, so he's.
Can you call your fans nuggets?
I already called them Philistines.
That's pretty good.
I know, because it implies that they're ignorant of culture, which is pretty apt if they're watching me.
You guys have a theme song. It's from No More Heroes 2. It's the boss battle theme from Margaret, and she sings this song called Philistine, and it's banging.
I'll have to listen to it if it's good enough. I remember old YouTube. I was like 9. Oof.
Okay. Ooh. Am I? Okay. I gotta use my thinking brain now.
As opposed to your reminiscing about old YouTube brain. Sorry about no audio on the game, by the way. I mean, could you consider? I mean, it's probably not even really fair to. I was gonna say, like, you know, Markiplier, because he's been around forever. And like PewDiePie, they've been around forever. I mean, it's kind of not fair since they're still around and they've never gone anywhere. And they're a lot different now than they used to be.
Well, I would say, I mean, I would call them new YouTube, mostly because they're using the, you know, current accepted style of the OSHA. So, oh God, fuck you. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like I said, I'm not really good with horror. I get scared easily, but I propel nonetheless. No, I'd say they're new style YouTube, new style Let's Plays.
What are we?
This is definitely new style because back in the day, you would never have yourself on screen. In fact, it was better. Like you had a lure. You're like, oh, I don't know what this guy looked like. I don't know, and then you get fan art drawn of you.
You could still do that.
They know what you look like. There's no mystique. Like everyone thought Critical was like this, I don't know, 46-year-old man by the early, like later in his career, and then he got Snapchat, and then he publicized his Snapchat, and then holy crap, everyone lost their minds because he's our age.
Jesus, that's the thing.
And he's very pretty and buff.
You can't really go with 2005. YouTube didn't really like become big until like 2006 or 7.
Whenever Shoes came out and Charlie the Unicorn.
Ugh. Shoes is a terrible video.
It's a fantastic video.
I never liked it.
Have you seen their other stuff?
No. As you can imagine.
Very, I guess people would describe it as neo-Dadaism nowadays.
Neo-Dadaism?
Yeah, just kind of like, not absurdist, but definitely nonsense. Like, not based in, like, any established reality, but creates one of its own. I'm not even sure if that's a definition of Dadaism. I'm not really well read in that. But,
because I want to point, because, like, when I made my first YouTube channel, not this one, back in, like, 2007, like, late 2007, I think. Maybe it was earlier than that. But, like, it was pretty new at the time. Like, it wasn't, obviously, when he says 2005, like, that's when it was created, but, like, yeah. Charlie the Unicorn, that just had like 10 parts and like it got really weird and sad at the end.
Oh no, that's Mums with Hats.
Same. I have the same opinion. It got awkwardly sentimental at the end.
There's gonna be a Charlie the Unicorn movie.
Oh God.
Not like, you know, he's making it. He's been working on it for the past year actually. I still follow him. I like his movie, his cinematic adaptation of Detective Heart of America. I like that sort of absurdist, ultra cartoony style. It jives with me well.
You know what's really funny?
What's really funny?
The more I've gotten into Tomska, the more I've realized, like, I have a similar opinion, I think, to him of a SDF movie, in which it's kind of just a contractual obligation at this point. He really doesn't like it, and like you can kind of tell. Like
the newest one's weak.
The newest
weaker.
The last like couple are kind of weak. But that's kind of how he's felt about it forever. He's kind of been like every other one is not very good, and like I'm kind of just doing it because it's expected of me at this point. Like, have you ever seen his skits? His skits are
hell yeah, no, yeah. I've been following Tomska forever.
It's kind of this thing of like the more you get into him, you're like, wow, this guy does a lot more.
Dude, I've known he's been good. Welcome to the bandwagon.
It took me a while.
That's fair, because if you're like, oh, SDF movie, like lukewarm on this, why would you explore any further? That's fair.
Yeah, Otter was 4 in 2007. Because he's like 16.
Wow. Huh. Funny how the concept of time works.
Yeah, we were, what, in 2007? I was still in middle school.
We were in 7th grade.
Yep.
So, 10, 11.
I feel bad for David Firth, because he's getting, like, screwed by YouTube left and right for his own content. You know, the guy who did Style Fingers?
Oh, fuck.
like, he gets demonetized for his own content. Like, because people take the audio, upload it again, and then copyright flag him.
Mm.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Well, yeah, YouTube's a broken system. Any YouTuber will tell you that.
I'll tell you that.
Exactly, because you're a YouTuber. No, they have problems and
a lot, and they don't listen to their creators at all.
They change constantly, like how people are paid, if they're paid.
It's a very specific slice of people who are paid on YouTube anymore. Kind of, it's increasingly animators, to be honest. People like Odd Ones Out and Jane Animations and that whole new sect of like storytime animators. Animators is kind of a, in quotations, kind of word.
Oh, you mean the like the procedurally generated?
You know, it's where it's mostly going from just like frame to frame, but like sometimes it has more animation. Because since Jane Animations and Odd Ones Out have had, like, they've brought people on more recently, it's more fluid. It's more like stuff Anthony does, in the sense that it actually moves.
Yeah.
Want to hear jokes? Sure. What's the joke? My life. Oh, I need a patio table.
Daytime? Nighttime. Want to play a game of daytime, nighttime?
Daytime.
Alright, so in this game, there's 3 versions of Silent Hill. You got nighttime, you got daytime, and then you got Otherworld. Well, technically this counts as the Otherworld, because it's not so much night as it is in pitch dark. Then there's like the creepy bloody one, and that's like the Hell, Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Different games have their different variations on Silent Hill, which I think is cool.
No, he was talking to me. Okay, go ahead.
Where's my one? Okay, I'm gonna head down to Midwich.
You remember that there's a lot of delay. Yes, I remember. I remember the 5th of November, or whatever it is.
Turnover, the 3rd of October.
Turnover, like, go buy some turnovers at fucking McDonald's?
Yeah.
Fuck is my comma. Fuck is my Even though I say all the time. I say fucking in the place where most people say
I feel that. I think I do that too. It's a thing, just like it's your brain being a buffer. Alright, so here's the thing about Let's Playing in particular. It's really, you're multitasking because you're paying attention and then you're also interacting with an audience, with more often than not. Most people don't interact with their audiences, but here we have a live stream.
I do it all the time.
So you do. So, but you're using different parts of your brain. So it's if you're not used to it, if people aren't used to it, it's really hard to switch back and forth. Even you'll hear people taking improv classes to get even better at it, or even just to fill up the dreaded white noise on those moments where you do need a buffer.
Yeah.
But practice makes perfect.
And I've had, year and a half of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And plus, I went to school for that.
Went to school for Let's Playing.
Well.
He got his degree in Let's Playing. He walked down that aisle, and he got a piece of paper on it that said, Phil, Let's Play Merrick.
Yep, that's what it says on my diploma.
Mm-hmm. Because I whited it out. You weren't looking.
Fuck.
What's the legitimacy of a whited out diploma?
Probably very little.
Probably just as much as a diploma.
Oh, dab on them haters. Okay, we have to do a timed dab now.
Do we?
You go that way, I go that way.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, perfect. I didn't see it on screen, but I'm sure it was
There's an anime
perfect.
where the characters dab in the opening. It's really cute, actually. It's called Girls Last Tour, and it's like this post-apocalyptic story about 2 girls who are wandering around the world in a tank, and there's a point in the theme song where they just like real quick, and it's on the 69th second, so they knew what was up.
I think you'll appreciate this. I have a Nightbot now, and the only banned word on my channel is bum. So Otter always makes it a point to say bum, and that's what it says in response. It has all kinds of commands for the different things on my channel. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to this flame at all.
Nor have I. Okay.
Every once in a while, I look over and I'm like, you're illuminating things.
This is, please, yes, okay. So you have to find the maps manually in this game, and God help you if you forget one. Usually at the entrance of the level. But it has been known. Also, what's really cool is that the map updates automatically, so if you go to a door, touch it, and then you say it's locked, there will be a small X over that door, so that's super helpful.
That's helpful.
Cheryl might be here. I shouldn't search for. Okay, so that's the exit. Here's the entrance to the school. We're in the elementary school, and this is where Harry thinks his daughter is. Can we go to the gymnasium? We can. Oh no,
okay.
Actually it's a courtyard. So, real talk, I hate... I was going to say that I dislike the school most because the children scare me the most.
Spoop.
Yeah, I hate them so much.
Are they chewing at your ankles? Oh, good.
Die.
Oof,
Die.
oof,
Die.
oof, oof.
Thank you. The kicks are very satisfying.
Holly, why are you beating those poor innocent children?
God, because he earns it.
Just let them chew off your kneecaps already. Holly, you broke my chat window.
Boy, oh boy, I do not like these children.
I do not like them, Sam, I am.
Do not like them, not a bit. This Al Franken, a friend in need, is a friend indeed. No, the things that get me most is humanoid-looking monsters. That Uncanny Valley, I guess. Like, back in the day, Slenderman used to scare me a lot. Because it was just like, also the notion of something was there the whole time, you just didn't see it the first time, that spooks me. Just freaking forget it. So in terms of, you know, humanoid monsters, Silent Hill's pretty much a given. And then, anything else? Zombies. I also don't like zombies. Zombies in video games, I'm okay with. Zombies in movies, that's fine. Zombies as like an actual concept, forget it. I'm out. I quit. The moment someone gets bit on the street, I'm hiding in the closet. And I'm not coming out.
Well, you could say that about almost anything, you know, like, that's tackled in horror. Well, like, if it was real, then I'd be freaked out.
No. If it was demons, I'd be in for it. If it's ghosts, I'm there for it. Zombies, the idea of someone like you, Phil, and then your mind turning and then attacking me, I hate that. Like, I'd rather, like, I'd quit.
I don't
Tap
know.
out.
I think if this house suddenly became haunted, you would shit your pants.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I have a gripe with that. Because everyone assumes that ghosts are always evil. Why are they always evil? Maybe because people are dicks to ghosts first. They'll be like, oh, hello, how are you? How are you doing?
People are dicks in general.
Right, so if you're nice to the ghost, you'll be like, oh, hey, you know...
No, I'm just saying the ghost was a dick before it died.
I don't know that, and I shouldn't assume that. So until it proves to me that it is indeed a dick, I'm not going to worry too much. Throw the Ouija board at it.
The Luigi board? I'd use a Luigi board?
Statue of an old man's hand. Very veiny.
It has completely unrelated. But I thought of it somehow. Did Anthony ever show you Reading Rainbow featuring DMX? Or what's the other one? There's another one that's great. Oh, Cooking by the Book featuring Little John.
Oh, well, everyone's seen that one. But
I know. 3.4 million people have seen that one.
Not the first one, though.
The first one's great.
I didn't read that. Statue of an old man's hand. The first shut tight as if never to let go.
It's okay, Holly. English is hard.
English is a bastard language for bastards.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah.
You know a concept that I feel like you would hate?
What?
Contronyms.
It's
a word that can mean its opposite.
Oh, like, literally. Is a contronym.
I mean, these days it is.
Mm-hmm.
A more classic example is off. like the alarm went off, so we had to turn it off.
I like that. But gee, what was it? One of my coworkers, she.
I still have these earbuds in, like they do anything.
Good point. My ears are cold, I guess. But no. What was I saying? I was just talking to one of my coworkers about that. She's from the Ukraine, and she's like, my alarm turned on, off. How do we do this?
Another good one is I know a lot of these, mainly from watching Vsauce. Another good one is a phantonym, which is a word that doesn't have an opposite. A good example, actually, of that is well, I guess you could be is inflammable.
Oh, because
inflammable just means flammable.
Yeah.
They mean the same thing. The opposite of you think inflammable means not flammable, but the opposite of flammable is not flammable.
Yeah, there's not a word
unflammable. There's not a word. It's just not flammable. Yeah. But like, there's plenty of examples of words that don't have opposites or don't have antonyms, so they're phantonyms. I think that's what a phantonym is. There's also
I hate this part of the game. Yes, fall child. Fuck you.
Another great one is a antigram.
What's that?
It's where you make an anagram of a word and it means the opposite. A great example is well, one of my favorites. Well, a great one is the opposite of 45 is over 50.
Huh.
And another great one is customers, which is store scum. That's not an opposite though. That's just accurate.
Where am I? Been to the library, been to that classroom, haven't been to the locker room yet, and I'm on the second floor. Where'd you come from?
Curb stomp it.
Give me a sec.
Give me a sec.
No.
One.
No.
You're gonna die.
I'm gonna run. That's what I'm gonna do.
Because they don't chew off your Achilles tendons first. Why are they called that? Does that have to do with Achilles?
Yeah.
What did he do that earned him the distinction of being the part on the back of your leg?
Behold. Okay.
Thank you. Just cover up my face. That works. Okay,
this part here is your Achilles tendon, and the myth goes is that when Achilles is a demigod, I believe, and so basically, half god, and if he was dunked into the river Styx, he would become invulnerable. So as a baby, his mom pinched his ankle and dipped him into the river. But the only part that didn't get wet was his tendon, because that's where his mom's fingers were. So that was his weak spot his entire life. I'm not sure if he knew this or not. I don't think the mom noticed or cared to. Anyway, so it's the Trojan War. Things are happening. He gets shot in the tendon, and that's what kills him.
Wow. That's some good aim. Well, I guess they weren't aiming for that, unless they knew.
Yeah, I mean, I would die because that hurts.
Well, yeah. There's actually in the remake of House of Wax, that's how someone gets immobilized. The killer goes, and they go, and they fall down the stairs or whatever.
Like, no.
And I think they cut their head off. I can't remember.
he died of a heart attack brought on by this knife.
I mean, the only thing I really remember about that movie is that Paris Hilton's in it and gets a spear through the forehead.
No.
No?
No. No.
Oh.
No.
Don't you mean on?
I already had a brief moment of dyslexia today where I kept thinking a 9 was a P.
Wow, that's really bad. Because there's a separate dyslexia just for numbers. So you're having both at the same time.
Oh, great. That was bad, because I was like looking at this code, it was supposed to be 19PQWF, but I omitted the P. But when I kept looking at the code, someone's like, is this right? Are these two the same thing? I'm like, no, that's right. And I looked at it for a solid minute until I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It took so long for my brain to get around it.
I wonder.
It was embarrassing.
Would it be kind of amusing if, like, the whole reason we got rid of passwords in video games was because of dyslexia? I'm sure that could have been a contributing factor. I mean,
that's really considerate. I'm glad that was a thing then.
I mean, I don't know if it was. It was a hypothetical.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, think about it. Sometimes those password screens are like evil for people who have normal reading ability. You know, they have like, what is this? A 1, an L, whatever.
Is that a bird?
It's a bird.
Is that the letter bird?
Bill, do you remember the creepy creatures thing? Well, I just brought it back. Yeah, I noticed. This was the thing like a year ago. Him and a bunch of other people would just do this creepy creatures song every once in a while, in all caps, just like that. And I was just like, okay.
A tale of birds without a voice. First flew the greedy pelican, eager for the reward, white wings flailing. Then came the silver dove, flying beyond the pelican as far as he could. A raven flies in, flying higher than the dove, just to show that he can. The swan glides in to find a peaceful spot next to another bird. Finally, out comes a crow, coming quickly to a stop, yawning and then napping. Who will show the way? Who will be the key? Who will lead to the silver reward? Alright, I can't do anything about that yet because I don't have the key to the piano. How long have we been streaming for?
It has been 1:40. An hour 40.
Bangin'.
How does that make you feel?
I died.
Oh.
Oh, when was the last time I saved?
I don't know. Oh, this is way in the past. I helped enforce, could you not? You did. That's a catchphrase. Oof. Oof, on my back. I'm gonna sleep off my back.
I'm gonna sleep your back off.
I sang creepy creatures. So how you doing, Otter? Oh, that's not updating. That's unfortunate.
Okay, I'm at the school.
Schoolio.
Honestly, like, that's my entire mindset.
Do you think, I mean, obviously we're not qualified really to speak on this matter because it's not our generation, but I really think there has not been a show similar to SpongeBob for like the next generation.
Because cartoons are different. They have continuity now.
But you can quote, like, from those first 4 seasons, you can quote anything, and people our age will most likely get the reference. People in this very specific, like, window of time.
True. Simpsons.
I guess. But
South Park.
That was before our time. Simpsons way before. I mean, it's still on the air, but to most people's opinion, not very good. I think it just had its like 30th season. Yo, Shadow Prince of Shadows. Okay.
But it's certainly in bad taste. You tell him, Harry.
You tell him, Harry. You tell him, good sir.
Harry is such a good sir.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he treat the damsels well?
He treats everybody well.
That's good.
Man, okay, so another thing I like about Harry is that he's this mild-mannered guy. He's just looking for his kid. He doesn't care about the town at all. Like, people are like, the town's being destroyed. Demons are coming over. Oh, no. And he's just like, I'm going to take my little girl, and I'm going to leave. I don't care.
What do you not like about Harry?
Not much, because his voice acting, I guess you could argue, is a little wonky, but that's just charming.
That's just kind of... Also, that's just kind of expected.
The voice acting in the second game is particularly peculiar, but it's very much done on purpose. And it's also, once again, very iconic. Because you remember it, because it's like, ooh, talks like that. But it's like just weird enough where you're like, okay, I can imagine someone talking about like this, but enough for it to be notable.
Yo, Izzy, he's a streamer as well.
Hey.
He does Sunshine speedruns. He's pretty good.
That's neato.
How you doing, Izzy? This is Holly.
Hi.
Do you have stage fright now?
No, I'm just trying to get through. I'm pressing buttons as fast as I can.
You're trying to play the video game on a Let's Play? Ugh.
True.
I was easy the first time.
I hate the mole children.
How are you doing, Cactus? I mean, how are you? Whatever.
This is the men's room. For manly men like Harry Mason.
Ollie, avert your eyes.
What's a urinal? My head explodes.
Oh god.
Come on.
You remember Ned's Declassified?
I do.
There was an episode, I think it was like the first season, where the bus got delayed. So like one of the things they did, or Cookie started up like a school after hours tour service, and one of the things was they just went in opposite bathrooms.
That was a good show.
That was a great show. I watched that pretty religiously when it was on, because I was like the perfect age when that was on, because it was like
I wasn't.
I'm the same age. Thanks about it for a second. Wait, are we the same age?
I got held back 9 times.
Damn. I have to say, Holly looked quite good for 34.
Thank you. I still get carded. I can't imagine why. Oh, I forgot the map!
On the map, on the map, on the map, on the map.
And this is what suffering looks like, kids.
How are you? I'm existing.
Okay. I'll cope.
But yeah, we'll probably have to sit down like off camera and actually play this like for realsies, because I'm not getting the experience.
No, yeah, that's another thing about Let's Playing. You know, it's like ideally it's a shared experience of the narrative and the game and whatever between like you and your audience, but
They're probably getting it better than I am, even though they can't hear it either.
yeah, because the music's something. I think it just make it worse for me. The kids are bad enough. This is therapeutic though.
You're surprisingly calm.
Because don't like them.
Well then.
I don't like them.
Spooky.
It is spooky.
Spook.
Yeah. What's this?
Hello.
Oh, it's the hand.
The Hand of Doom. Oh.
Oh, Hans.
Oh, Hans.
I'm a realistic fish head.
Are you sure about that?
This is Bikini Bottom.
There, now I'm on screen, and I can actually see, sort of. Run, Harry, run. Can you just run forever?
Yes. Weapons don't break and the stamina lasts forever.
Sounds like something Yahtzee would say.
Yahtzee has a 3rd book out. Unfortunately, I'm not too interested in it, but his other 2 books were good. Jam and Mogworld.
I can't really, I don't know. I don't really keep up with him too much.
Neither do I nowadays.
Some of his writing is really good in some of his things, but he's just so hateful. I find it very difficult to keep up with that too long. That's kind of my feeling on internet criticism in general. It's just so hateful all the time. That's why this guy, the guy I was talking about before, Nitro Rat, I like him a lot because he's very actually reviewing.
There's a guy I used to watch. All right, so back in the day, you know, you had your angry video game nerd, and then you had like, angry reviewer copycats.
Yeah.
Notably, the irate gamer.
Oof. He got so much shit for basically just being I'm not saying that's what he was, but he got a lot of accusations of being a AVGN clone.
I also don't think he was particularly well researched, but I'm not 100% certain about that, so forget I said anything. But counter to that was the Happy Video Game Nerd, and now he's stopped skeletons from fighting, and he's still doing
that's
stuff.
The same guy?
Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
They're really good. No, I like stuff. I didn't even realize it was the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know why he's notable? It's because they had a contest back in the day to like be the next angry video game nerd, but it was like an angry video game nerd contest, and he was the first prize winner. Was a happy video game nerd. That's why I know he exists.
He had a podcast.
I watched them a good bit. I can't remember any of their videos off the top of my head, but by the way, I can't wait for the SCP Containment Breach stream. It'll happen. Maybe on Monday. We'll see what's happening. This looks like an interesting game to speedrun. He's getting ideas.
Shoot. So the normal playtime of this game is 7 hours. Speed runs of this game can easily run an hour.
Really?
If not less. Glitchless, that is. Oh, hey, the map.
You know what I think is one of the fastest games I've ever seen to get a really low speedrun time?
What?
Or at least that I'm aware of, is
what?
Odyssey. Mario Odyssey like came out, and about 5 days later, like not Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Not the Odyssey. No, that game came out, and like literally like a week later, the best runtime was down to like less than an hour, or like maybe like an hour 10.
That sounds about right.
I was like, that's crazy.
Well, I think people
that's pretty...
were already well acclimated to it because it takes so many cues from 64, and it feels like 64, and people
it takes
bleed 64 when it comes to speedrunning.
It also takes a lot of cues from a lot of the other later Mario. 3 Mario games. Right,
but in terms of like
direct influence.
Movement.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. Mostly from 64.
Izzy does some Mario 64 every once in a while too. I feel like I could be halfway decent. I just don't know any of the tricks. I think that's my main thing. I'd have to learn the tricks.
Well, I mean, there's different categories. There's glitchless. There's
Right, but even
and the such.
But even if you're not doing it, there's still. Well, what do they count as glitch? Like, that
no skips.
No skips.
Yeah, nothing that glitches is nothing that you're not supposed to do. You don't break the game. You don't face through walls. You just play really fast.
So you can't do like the thing where you pick up the Bob-omb to go through the Chomp Gate in Bob-omb Battlefield.
Right.
One of my favorites is the one where you, I don't know if you've ever seen that, but you, like, press up against the one, like, waterfall, and you do it in such a way that you just glitch through everything and go right through the door at the bottom of the moat. And you can skip, like, the entire first floor by doing that.
Have you seen that, half-press video?
Oh, half an A-press?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That whole channel is just insane. I don't remember what's that channel called, do you know?
I forget.
But it's this one guy, he never talks. It's all in just text, like, that comes up on screen. And he talks about all this, like, RNG manipulation and all this other kind of crazy stuff in 64. And I'm just like, my mind just goes, Devontae, yo, hi. He's my one of 2 black fans.
Oh,
there's 2. There's 2.
Okay.
Okay. Be expecting more of the short story. Okay.
Short story. Cool. Cool.
He was telling a short story. Lots of people. It could be higher.
I can't do this. I can't do this, mate.
That dithering though. On the light. It's very.
No.
I am mixed for the last time, black and white.
Oof.
You must be Michael Jackson, because you're black and white.
Or anybody else. Dude, enough with the microaggressions. Why did I turn the light off? Yay, okay. Whew. No, don't touch me, children. I hate the monsters in this level. Why must be there children at the school?
Alright, good night, Flaming Sun. Thanks for stopping by. I say as I lean against the wall. And they're everywhere.
Mother. I might say to wrap up a little soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
Time really flew by, though.
Yeah, and time flies when you're not playing a video game.
Has it for you? I feel like it's been forever for you. I'm like trying to meet gold points, and you're just
I've basically just been talking to you for the last 2 hours.
Worse things could happen.
See, he thought it was funny. It's fine. I know my audience, Holly. I love Michael Jackson.
That's fair. Okay, plant. Okay.
Wait, you're a plant?
Let's play. That's the twist.
Oh shit.
Fun fact, that's actually a twist to to something. You get a foul. God.
Isn't that the twist to, whatchamacallit, happening?
No one's a plant. Plants happen. That's the happening. The plants are happening. But there's an actual twist to a show where a character was a plant.
Okay, are we still talking about metaphorical plants or like actual plants?
Actual plant. Actual biomatter.
Well, Soylent Green is people. Does that count as a spoiler?
No. Oh, I mean, yes. But
I mean, it's of a
I'll
movie
give you
that
guys,
came out.
if you guys can name what I'm talking about, Phil will say your name on screen.
Nerio 65.
So, I will give you a hint. It's an anime.
My
Because
Hero
of course
Academia.
it is, but
The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Attack on Titan.
it's older.
Princess Mononoke. I'm just gonna keep saying names of animes.
Maybe you'll get it.
I mean, probably not. It's probably quite obscure, I would assume.
Yes and no. It was popular when it came out, but it's kind of went to the wayside nowadays.
Then I probably wouldn't be aware of it.
Well, one of our audience members might know it.
I don't know about that.
Possibly. Hey, do you like 90s era anime?
Obscure 90s era anime.
Not obscure for the 90s.
Sword Art Online. Phantasy Star Online.
Also, now it occurs to me that someone could name an anime and I just might not know it well enough.
He said describe it again.
The plot twist is that one of the characters is a plant the whole time.
So they're not like a plant person, they're just literally a plant.
No, a plant person.
I think it would be funnier if they were just a plant and
Just
no
like
one
a
noticed.
potted house plant.
Yeah, no one noticed.
And like it flashes back to like previous scenes of just like maybe it's a lovemaking scene and they're in bed together. It's like, oh Johnny, it's like a fern on its side, like the soil spilling out.
It turns into like a perfect girl.
She was a plant the whole time. Can you remake the movie?
Did I ever tell you about the one deleted scene? It's not really deleted because it was never written into the script, but it was in my head.
Okay.
I had a scene where there was a sex scene, but then when it flashes back to it later, he's just masturbating. Or like using a fleshlight or something. For obvious reasons, it was never written into the movie, but
it's definitely part of this. It's canon.
I mean, sure.
It's not shown, but it happened.
Let's play a game. No. Jigsaw, we're not gonna play a game. I'm leaning against the void.
That was a cute skip.
Guess the song these lyrics are for.
La da 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 da. Woo. La da 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 da. Woo.
What a jump.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
Didn't we make this
Take
joke
it back
already?
down, y'all.
Like an hour ago?
Yeah, but maybe they didn't see it.
Well, they could. It's all recorded for posterity.
Well, they're not here now.
What?
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
They're not here now?
They weren't there then. There
Okay,
we
there
go. Tenses. I'm feeling a little tense about my tenses.
Is that tense enough for you?
It's intensive
You
for
know
you
what they
to
say
bring it
about
up
sex
again.
in the woods, right?
It's
It's
intense.
fucking intense. Oh, that wasn't that. Oh, okay.
Hey,
That wasn't good enough. Ow.
guess what the song lyrics are for? Okay, so it's not like what the song is, but it's what are they from, or...
No, it's what mood you would have to be in to listen to this song.
Oh, okay. Like ebbing and
But
flowing,
they never
inhibited,
did ever
limited, till they broke
lived
down and
ebbing
ran down.
and flowing, inhibited, limited till it. Oh, I know what that's from. That's from Believer by Imagine Dragons. Believer by Imagine Dragons. I did a fan edit to that.
And I think that's a good place to end. Because I died.
One more time. One more time. You'll probably die in another 5 minutes, right?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I think I'll take another 20, 15.
I did it. Okay. Thank you everyone so much
Yes!
for spooping with us. You have been spooped. I've learned nothing from my experiences. And until we meet again, so long, farewell, I'll be to do anything you want to say to people, Holly.
I hope you're interested in Silent Hill. It's a good game series. It's kind of been nipped in the bud because of Konami. Because Kojima wanted to... I never talked about PT this whole time. Guess we'll have to do another stream eventually so I can
You don't want to...
regurgitate my feels on that. But, yeah, thanks for having me, Phil. This was really fun. Should do it more often.
Wait, you're here?
Fade out. Ooh. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a good night.
Same. I hope the same. Actually, no, I hope your night is awful.